Good happy Wednesday morning. I'm Riley King and welcome to the Riley King Newscast. Let's get started. First up, child flown to Boston after being hit by car in Salem. A child was hit by a car near 75 S Policy Street in Salem Tuesday evening, firefighters said. Salem firefighters said they responded to the crash around 6:37 p.m. The child was taken to Lawrence General Hospital before being flown to a Boston hospital just after 7 p.m. Stay with the Riley King Network for updates to this story. Masked man killed in fiery crash near I-93/I-293 split in Manchester. Let's take a listen to this video from WMUR News 9.
It's nice. I could get used to this. The classroom chairs are not this comfortable. And how come the bus doesn't have heated seats? Mom always said there's room for improvement. I disagree.
During our back-to-school sales event, get 0% financing for lease new 2016 Passat, only $149 a month.
What are you doing?
Mom, can we take this one?
It is nice.
Auto Fair makes it happen.
Tom, tonight we still don't know the identity of the driver as police try to locate his family. The truck that he was driving did not have New Hampshire license plates on it. This is how a police chase ended after 4 o'clock this morning at the southern split of Interstates 293 and 93 in Manchester. A pickup truck crashed into trees, then burst into flames. The driver, the only one in the car, was killed. State police say it all started in Salem, where the driver was involved in another accident.
It was reported one vehicle had sideswiped 2 other vehicles.
Police say the man talked to other drivers, then took off north, and he was spotted by a trooper in Derry.
The trooper attempted to stop this vehicle, which was traveling in a very erratic manner.
A cruiser pulled out. He was parked on the side of the highway, lights flashing, really floored it, chasing after him. When the driver noticed the officer chasing after him, he did increase his rate of speed.
WMUR employee Frank O'Laughlin saw part of the chase. He says the driver sped up as police pursued him.
I saw a pickup truck swerving back and forth across the highway, had his flashes on, nearly crashed several times.
After the fiery crash, it took firefighters several minutes to put out the flames as they dealt with hornets. It appears the truck stopped near a number of nests and some of the firefighters were stung. None of the troopers were injured as first responders did all they could to rescue the driver.
The troopers took immediate action in removing the operator from the immediate area, pulling him up the embankment and administering first aid.
There were no injuries in that initial accident in Salem. One firefighter was taken to the hospital with an unrelated illness, but that firefighter is okay. Reporting live in Bedford, Mike Cronin, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that report. Mother of Claremont man shot by police wants answers. Let's take a listen to this video from WMUR News 9.
Appointment? Try like 2 weeks.
There has to be an easier way.
Come to Auto Fair Honda, home of the $17.95 oil change.
I don't have an appointment today. Is there any way I can get an oil change?
Of course. We'll have you out of here in 39 minutes or less. Works free.
Servicing your vehicle is fast and easy at Auto Fair Honda. Call or book your appointment online at autofairhonda.com.
Auto Fair makes it happen.
Tracy McAkron is mourning the loss of her son, 25-year-old Cody LaFont, who was shot and killed by police over the weekend in Claremont.
I'm strong on the outside. You're not seeing me on the inside when I'm at home and alone.
She says her son was loved by many.
He loved animals and racing. He loved his family, especially his nieces and nephews, who would use him like a trampoline.
The Attorney General's office says a 911 call Sunday morning on Congress Street turned into a confrontation with police. One officer shot LaFont 3 times in the chest. McAkron says her son had called 911 before in what she calls a cry for help.
He would do well for a while, and then he would sink back into his depressive states where he basically withdrew from everybody.
It's unknown what led to the shooting or whether there's any video of the incident.
I feel that for the most part, the officers that he was in contact with and who knew him understood what he was going through and did the best that they could to help him and keep him safe.
The Attorney General's office says it's still early in the investigation and it's unclear when the details of the deadly encounter will be released.
It is important to this office and to everybody involved in this that we get a quick resolution. But as in any case, there's a lot of moving parts.
McAkron is hoping for answers soon.
I don't even know how many officers were there, but in any other times when I had been called, there was at least 2 officers there. And I just can't imagine there wasn't some other way to restrain him.
And no word tonight on whether anything will happen to the officer who shot LaFont. Live in the studio, Mike Cronin, WMUR News Now.
Okay, and there you go on that report. Hillary Clinton pans Donald Trump's first debate performance. He made it very clear that he didn't prepare. Let's take a listen to this video from ABC News.
Help life go right.
My mother had such a neglected childhood. She was basically abandoned by her parents, sent to live with grandparents who didn't want her. By the age of 14, she was out on her own, working in a home, babysitting, keeping house. She was basically a maid. And when I think about my mother's own life and how she told me when I was old enough to understand how different her life was than the one that she created for me and my brothers, she would say she was so often saved by the kindness of other people. We overlook the importance of just how we treat each other, the respect we show, the kindness, the love that we show.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Small army of Fed speakers, OPEC on tap for Wednesday. A flurry of Fed speakers, including the Fed chair, will keep markets busy Wednesday. There are also mortgage applications at 7 a.m., durable good data at 8:30 a.m., and oil inventory data at 10:30 a.m. OPEC, meanwhile, is meeting in Algiers and could continue to create volatility in oil prices after headlines from there triggered a near 3% plunge Tuesday. Shimon Peres, Israel's warrior for peace, dies. Shimon Peres, the Israel elder statesman who shared a Nobel Peace Prize for a peace deal between Israel and Palestinians has died. He served as a constant force for generations in Israel politics. The 93-year-old died after suffering a massive stroke 2 weeks ago. He was reported to be making progress, but doctors said he took a turn for the worse Tuesday. And that does it for the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your Wednesday. See you back here later on today. Goodbye, everyone.